Hello. It is us in our brand new studio. We're coming at you recorded from the floor in front of the couch because last week it was really annoying and our heads kept we prop up the blanket with our heads, and so we kept like moving it and you could hear it rustling and stuff like that. I don't know how well it took it out in the end, but what we did instead. So explain it. You should explain it, Brooklyn, because you're the one that just kidding. I love it. I made this.
So we're sitting on our couch.
Nope.
I'm sorry. We're leaning against our couch. We're sitting on the floor. There is a mop on our left, holding up the blanket, and then our two office chairs in front of us, propping up the other side.
Yeah, but it's not on our head.
It's not on our head.
And there's plenty of air flow.
And I don't feel like I'm going to die.
Yeah.
Every 3 seconds.
I don't know if that defeats the purpose. Like having, I don't know. I know nothing about sound.
I'm sure it makes it better.
I don't know. You guys be the judge.
If it makes you feel better, it makes it better.
I don't know. Yep. So that's what we decided to start with today. Actually, the thing that Brooklyn, that was just right before we started, Brooklyn's like, we should talk about our new studio, which this is what we call this, is a studio.
Our studio. Sound recording studio.
Our sound recording studio. The actual first thing that we need to talk about, that I plan to talk about, is that last week I forgot to say my pinky toenail fell off this week, or the week before, or sometime in just the past little bit. And I don't know, well, hopefully that's not like a sign of something much worse.
Like diabetes?
Well, I mean, just like any disease. Like, do I have gangrene? Or am I don't know. No, probably not. But I don't know. I don't know why this is such a big deal. My pinky toe fell off, or my pinky toenail fell off. My pinky toe did not fall off. But so my pinky toenails are so little, and I don't know.
Cutting them away into oblivion for the past 10 years.
No, it's not. It's not that. It's like my toe is like growing up. Like, I don't know.
It's like the size of a teeny tiny grain of rice.
It's super duper small, and it always has been, or it has been for a long time, and it's just kind of like my toes just kind of growing funky. Toes are weird. Let's just get that out. No one has good toes. Everyone has weird toes.
We've all got daddy's toes.
But that's funny.
You know that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it fell off, and so that I just wanted to mention that. It came off, and I was like shocked, but also kind of excited.
Has it not grown back yet? Still?
No. I mean, the nail bed is still kind of there. It's just like the little piece of the nail fell off, or the whole top of the nail. All right. Now, disregard everything we've said for the last minute and a half, or 2 minutes, or 5 minutes. Please say we haven't been talking about this for 5 minutes. Nope, just 3 minutes. That's okay. So, so let's get actually into it. The other thing we forgot to talk about last week was it was Brooklyn's birthday.
Yes.
When we recorded last week.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I'm 26.
And how was your birthday, babe?
It was great.
It was the worst birthday she's ever had. No, listen. We were talking about this, and I said, "Is this the worst birthday you've ever had?" And she's like, "No, I've had worse birthdays." And I was like, "Name one." And she couldn't. She did say the only other time, or another time that was pretty bad, is when she was applying for colleges. She said she always has to do homework on her birthday because it's December 1st, and like tons of stuff's always due like early in December.
So
just
essays and stuff.
quick reminder also. Juniper has her bout of morning hiccups, of Saturday or Sunday morning hiccups, so that's what's going on. She is adorable, but just so you know, that's what is going on behind us. Yeah, Brooklyn's birthday was the worst though.
No, it was not that bad. It's worse for you. You want to explain why?
So, this was the plan for Brooklyn's birthday. We're going to go to church. We're going to come home. We're going to make pizza. We're going to watch a movie, and we're just going to hang out like all night. Like that's what we wanted to do. We chose this year, instead of going out for dinners on our birthday, we decided that we're going to make dinners because our birthdays are on Sunday and we want to celebrate. So she wanted pizza. So we borrowed a pizza stone from one of our friends, and we were going to make some pizza, had the dough all ready, or right as I was starting to make the dough, my vision started, like I started getting kind of this, like I couldn't focus on the middle of my eye. My vision was kind of funky, which is a indicator of, I don't know, something. Well, it happened twice to me when I was in Rhode Island, and I can't remember any other times that this has happened. I mean, I don't know what it is. I assume it's a migraine. Basically, that's what happens. My vision kind of starts getting blurry, and then my head starts getting bad right as my vision starts clearing. So like my vision, it kind of freaks me out for a little bit because my vision's like, oh man, am I going blind kind of thing? And then it moves kind of out of my eye, and then my head starts hurting really bad, and I get like a really bad headache, and then my stomach starts hurting, and then I vomit, and then if I don't completely like empty the contents of my stomach, the headache continues until I do. And then once I do, if I take a nap for like 30 minutes to an hour, I can wake up and I'm fine. I feel better. That happened.
So that's what happened.
That's what happened. Whatever that is, hopefully it's probably connected to my toenail falling off. That was probably the first sign. It's like, here it comes. But we did end up getting to spend the evening together, but the pizza, we just kind of made some mistakes. The pizza dough didn't get, like, it ended up rising too long, I think, and so when it went into the oven, it like poofed up.
And I don't think I like smashed it down enough.
Like,
I didn't like knead it enough, which is why I should never be left in the kitchen alone ever.
Yeah,
because Matt was like out for the count.
Yeah, I was seriously, it was so bad. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's so bad. I have felt bad about it. We've kind of been making it up throughout the week, but it was nice. She got some nice presents from Mom and Shannon, Melissa, and some people, and
thank you all so much.
And some good books.
We should talk about those books after.
Okay.
Because they're awesome.
And the pizza was decent.
Oh man, the pizza
it was basically
it was not that good.
It was just it was like pizza on bread.
It was. Wait, did you say what happened after it came out of the oven? I went in to get it out of the oven, and it was like a giant bloated thing of
it was like a round of sourdough.
Yeah,
it was like it had puffed up in the middle.
Because you're supposed to. Well, the recipe said that you can cook the dough first. Like the crust for a couple minutes.
Or is that not what it's called? Like make it so it like cooks it, and then you can put the toppings on, then cook it faster.
Yeah, basically, I think so. But I opened the door and I was like, "What the heck is happening?"
And at this point, I was like in between. My headache wasn't quite gone, but right, is that when I had just, I don't know. I came in and it was just like this poofed up thing. She's like, "I ruined it."
I'm the worst cook ever.
She took some hot pads and pushed down the middle of it,
slopped on some sauce.
It actually it actually tasted really good. It was like a thick crust.
We made a second round of pizzas on Wednesday, and it was
to make up
it was a lot better.
It was a lot better
because Matt made it, not me.
No,
the worst.
And then we just hung out that night and kind of talked. But it was, I mean, in a word, as far as birthdays go, lame. So we're trying to make up for it. Which today is our in-between day.
Yes.
We actually need our inter-birther tweens. So Brooklyn and I's birthday are exactly 2 weeks apart. So today is the 2-week mark. So Brooklyn's birthday was a week ago. My birthday is in a week.
Yes. And then a week after that is our anniversary.
So last year, we actually opened presents on our birthday, but we celebrated our birthdays on the in-between day.
Yeah, which I didn't like.
Brooklyn didn't like that.
Because then it's neither of us were celebrated on our birthdays. Which is just lame.
Yeah. But so that's what today is. So we're going to do some of the things that we should have done last week to make up for it a little bit. But anyway, so we just wanted to bring that up. So the next thing, last week, Brooklyn started going to work for whole days, which she hasn't been doing most of the time since having the baby, which has been really nice that she's been able to be home. Mm-hmm. But this whole time, I'm like, you know what? Like, if you really want to make sure that you're, you know, doing good with your work and feeling like you're up to par and stuff, you really should be going into work, because like, just to get a couple times just to be really focused. She's like, I'm focused at home. I can focus at home. And then this week she went in on Monday for the whole day, and she came back and was like, I am so much more focused at work. Like, I was like, of course you are. You have like a teensy weensy baby here that's crying all the time, and
I just want to cuddle.
And then you also have a newborn, and so it's like, just kidding. That was no. But like, the more when she works at home, like I'm much more like, every time she's home, I'll be like talking to her about some dumb random thing, and then I'll be like, oh, you need to focus. No. And then but I was like, oh, but let me finish my thought. So it's like, and then the baby starts crying, and
like,
Brooklyn,
is the baby distracting, or are you more distracting?
Yeah, exactly. So something we learned is going to work is less distracting than sitting in a studio apartment with your newborn child and your husband.
Yes. I do miss her though a lot. I'm always like, Matt, send me pictures and videos.
Yeah.
But it's good. Matt brought up the point where he's like, if you're just working from home full time, like, why are we living here? You know, it's like, we're in California for you to pursue this career. So like, you need to, there's no point of us being here if you're just going to be at home all day. So that was a good point. That was
my point.
Yes.
And it's good. Yeah. And since she's been able to go on in a couple times this week, and on Friday, she said, I'm feeling really good about the art I'm doing.
Yes.
Which you haven't said in a while.
I know. Yeah, it's been a bit of an adjustment to work on a new project.
Yeah, the new project has been. It's like so interesting because it's so early in the process and just so conceptual that it's kind of hard to have any direction.
Right. Well, and not only am I so new to the industry in general, so I don't really know what I'm doing. It's like we don't even have an art director. So I just feel kind of lost.
Yeah.
Because we're on Vivo, we had, you know, it was very established.
Full team. It was.
Yeah, they'd already established the style and the characters, designs, and their general style. So. Yeah. But it's been different. Good. It's getting better.
It is. Brooklyn's getting better. She's fantastic. Thanks, babe. Okay. So next, anything else you want to talk about work? Talking about work?
Oh, wait. I want to talk about Komodo dragons for a second.
Oh, that's later.
Okay, never mind.
We'll come back to that.
Just you wait.
We'll come back to that. As a matter of fact...
Keep the suspense.
As a matter of fact, we're going to talk mostly about them there.
Okay, got it.
Because that's funny.
Wait, how come we have it 3 times?
We only have twice.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. After this commercial break, we'll come back. That was a teaser, but we don't have commercials. Okay. So also since it is getting close to the end of the year, my semester's wrapping up for school and my institute class, because the institute is based on USC's semesters and they just finished all their semesters, or their whole semester. I have no more institute, so I went to my last institute class for the semester, which is good. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's nice though knowing that I can just be home. It takes like a pretty big chunk out of the day, and it's hard. It's hard because it's longer than Juniper sleeps, and so Brooklyn has to take care of her a little bit on Tuesdays. But it's over for now, and I passed, so that's good. Well, I think I passed. I mean, it's institute. I just had to be there, but I missed the first 2 days because we were having a baby. And also I didn't know that institute had started because the semester again started earlier than BYU Idaho's semester. And then I missed one other day because I completely forgot about it. That's one it just like completely, I think I was like running an errand or something. I like went out to like go shopping or something, and then came home and it was like the next day I was like, I missed institute yesterday. It's pretty bad. But I think I can miss 3 times, but I don't know. I need to call him again. Okay, so Wednesday was part of our makeup day for Brooklyn's birthday. That's when we made pizza again, and it was pretty good pizza.
It was much better, yes.
It was
very good.
The biggest issue I have making pizza is I don't know how to like spread it, like to not roll it out, but like make it into the pizza without it like shrinking back every 2 seconds or sticking to the pan or whatever. And so like it usually ends up where it's like the middle is mega thin and the crust, the outsides are super thick. But if I like roll out the crust a little, or if I try to push out the crust a little more, then the inside like breaks because it's stretching in the wrong spots. And I need to like watch a video on that or something.
Yeah.
It was still good.
We also use bread flour, and I wonder if that we don't supposed to. I don't know.
Because
that's probably why it puffed up like a giant blowfish.
That's actually probably the truth. I don't know. We bought bread flour because we make bread a lot and it makes better bread.
Mm-hmm. Much better.
But we probably should get some all-purpose flour too, just to have on hand, for stuff like that.
It's good though.
But it was really
Hawaiian pizza.
It was pretty good,
which I love. I know that's like kind of the joke of the pizza world, but I love Hawaiian pizza so much.
She does.
Yeah,
and I like it too. Not as much as Brooklyn likes it. But we made pizza. I was just thinking, the reason that I paused there is because I was thinking about, I like eating my pizza with ranch so much, and Hawaiian pizza with ranch is specifically really good. Like the ham and the pineapple with the ranch for some reason is just like extra good. That's all.
He's a ranch fiend.
I am a ranch fiend. And so that night also, we've had a physical. So we got some board games for our wedding and for like birthdays maybe early on. I can't remember exactly, but someone gifted us Backgammon. If it was someone who's listening to this, we're sorry that we haven't. We never opened the Backgammon thing. Mm-mm. So.
Even still.
No, we've opened it now.
We opened it? Okay.
Well, the box is open. There are bags with dice that are unopened still. Basically, I was like, because I've played Backgammon on my mission. One of my companions taught me how to play Backgammon, but I haven't played for so long that I didn't remember the rules. And then there was a free Backgammon game on the PlayStation that popped up, and I was like, oh, this would be a great way to like refresh my rules without having to like read through the physical rule set. And so I played it real quick, and I was like, oh, that was fun. I like Backgammon, which I do like Backgammon. I think that's why we have it. But Brooklyn has never played Backgammon. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll refresh this and then we'll play the board game. But I was like, well, maybe I'll have her play also on PlayStation. Like we can play a game against each other, and then she can kind of learn the rules there too, and then we can play it on.
It's a lot easier because it shows you. But
so
where
yeah,
you can go.
so yeah, basically then we broke out physical Backgammon, but on Wednesday we were gonna play Backgammon, but the baby was really fussy. She was like being
like really sensitive to
sound and wasn't sleeping very well, and so we're like, we can't like roll die
and be talking
and play Backgammon and be talking and stuff. So it's like, so we plugged in headphones to our PlayStation controller and then played Backgammon on the TV. And it's fun.
It's super fun.
And man, it's skipping ahead. I really need to figure out how to do this because we're going to talk about it. No, we're not.
Just talk about it now. It's fine.
But I don't know. But it's like I want to give it to you in like a
the
chronological
order that we did it. That's
because it's kind of like, here's what we did this week. But at the same time, it's like, does it matter? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But we're going to do it that way. So we played Backgammon later in the week too, and we'll talk about how much we see. Backgammon is on here 3 times.
I told you it's on here.
We said Komodo dragons were.
Oh, that too.
No, just twice.
Okay, you're right.
Okay. Anyway, we'll talk about Backgammon in just a second. Coming up after this commercial break, Backgammon continued. The scourge of board games. Just kidding. I like Backgammon. Okay. Now Thursday is kind of a normal day. The only thing, and I'm just going to hint at this so I can talk about it in the opinion, is that on Thursday night we have like a running D&D game or Dungeons & Dragons game with Shad and Cody Christofferson and their family. And Kasha's family, so Cody's wife's family.
They're people from
Wyoming.
Wyoming.
Yeah, so for people who don't know who Shad and Cody are, they're Shad and Cody Christopherson. My dad grew up in Lyman, Wyoming, and his best friend in high school was Randy Christopherson, and after college they went to different colleges and whatever. And when we lived in Morgan, Randy moved to Morgan after we lived there, and so Cody and Shad, Cody's my age and Shad is a year older than Jacob. We all played games together. We hung out together. We played video games together. We were just really good friends. And then they moved back to Lyman before I went to high school. And so since my grandparents live in Lyman, we'd visit. And anyway, Cody, Shad, and Jacob and I have stayed friends the whole time. And we're really good friends. But so we play D&D together. Cody's wife's name is Kasha, and her dad and brother play with us as well. But this is a long explanation to say D&D was canceled on Thursday night. We didn't play D&D because somebody couldn't be there or something, and Shad is running it and it's hard to like have someone not there because they miss a lot of stuff. So anyway, Shad and Cody and I decided we were going to play Age of Empires 2. That's the whole thing. I'm just setting it up. And I'm just going to talk about how much I like Age of Empires later on and what it is. That's all. Okay. What about Friday, Brooklyn? What did you do on
Good
Friday
story.
that was better than my story?
My story is really cool. Okay.
But remember, you got to talk. Oh, no. You can talk all about them here.
Okay.
But you have to say what you think about them.
So here's our dilemma. We talk about what we did that week, but then we also have an opinion segment, which is about what we did that week. And so it's a little repetitive.
No, it's about how we feel about what we did last week.
That is different. Okay, so for one of my assignments this week, I can't talk much about it.
No. Just say what you were studying.
So I am studying a few different animals. In one of my posts, my Instagram posts, I talk about giraffes and how cool they are. But another one of the animals I'm researching is Komodo dragons. And I always thought Komodo dragons were like some sort of iguana type lizard that's just, you can have it as a pet. But no, they're literal monsters that live in Indonesia. And they have...
How big are they?
They're like, they can get up to like 10 feet long. That's pretty long. Maybe like 8 or 9 feet long. And they have venomous spit. And so basically they stalk their prey, strike, and then just wait for their prey to like fall down. And then they eat them alive. It's like the freakiest thing ever. They have serrated teeth like sharks. And anyways, I watched way too many videos and I'm forever scarred.
Whatever. So anyway, you love them. She thinks they're way cool.
They're really cool, but freaky. Yeah. I watched a Steve Irwin documentary about it. The Crocodile Hunter.
Yeah.
And yep, they're terrifying. But really cool. But yeah, I watched like a deer getting eaten alive and it was really sad.
Yeah.
Like, why am I watching this?
Komodo dragons are pretty wild.
Yes, they are.
Nature is really wild.
Yeah. It's cruel and sad.
It's wild.
It is wild.
Yeah. It is. Nature is nature.
Anyway,
we'll talk about whether or not Brooklyn likes Komodo dragons coming up later.
In the opinion segment.
So stay with us.
Oh my gosh.
It's like the whole... Okay. But that night, so that was Friday day, Brooklyn just watched Komodo dragon videos.
Yeah, pretty much all day.
Like all day long. Every time I looked over, it was like Komodo dragons. Or other similar type lizards.
Yes. Like monitor lizards.
Yep, monitor lizards.
Yes.
Which, okay, we're going to do a fun fact on this one that Brooklyn found out. The lizard in Rescuers Down Under is named Joanna. And as we were looking up lizards, the species of that lizard in the the Australian monitor lizard is
a goanna. Goanna lizard.
Goanna.
And I'm pretty sure that's why they called it Joanna, which is hilarious.
That is hilarious. We haven't, that's unconfirmed, but would make sense.
Yes.
We should actually confirm that.
Yes, we should. But
fact check.
Interesting thing to think about that may not be true.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. Okay. But that night, we kind of did a date night where the baby went down, and it was another thing where it's like need to kind of be like quiet and just let her sleep at the first part of
Until she gets
until
into a
she
deeper
can
sleep.
get into a deeper sleep. And so what we did is we played backgammon and a lot of backgammon.
We're like, well, we'll just play one round and then we'll do something else. But we like just kept playing like more and more rounds.
Yeah. And what we found
We're cool.
Backgammon is fun.
It's fun.
But Brooklyn beat me a whole bunch and I cried. I cried and then she felt bad and let me win the next couple times.
No, that's not true.
Just kidding. No, I smoked her twice and then actually I won once, like for real, where it was like I like beat Brooklyn, like I outplayed Brooklyn, and then Brooklyn outplayed me twice. And in the last game we played that night, it was so close. It came down to one piece. It was one roll away.
Mm-hmm.
It was insane. It was like imagine the most stressed or like the most adrenaline that you can
that you have ever
no
felt.
no the most adrenaline that you can feel from a board game we were feeling at that point. It was that close. So it was a wild night of backgammon. And then since that was the last game we played, because we basically like couldn't handle the extreme nature of backgammon, I popped some popcorn and I said, Brooklyn, pick something to watch. And so she hopped on Netflix and found a TV show called
The Good Place.
The Good Place.
Which is great.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's got
We've only watched a few episodes. So.
Yeah, so we can't, that's the thing is like we hesitate to recommend something when you've only watched the first like 6 episodes of something that's like 3 seasons long. And so it's like but from what we've watched, it's actually very funny. It's kind of like an interesting take on like heaven, like what happens after you die kind of thing. But yeah, it's well written. It's clever. It's kind of funny.
Yeah,
it's pretty funny.
Very quirky.
Yeah, pretty quirky. We'll talk about it later.
Once we've watched one.
And then Saturday we did a bunch of laundry because I've been putting that off.
Yep.
Because it's my job to do laundries every other Saturday. It's my job to do laundry every other Saturday, and I didn't do it last Saturday because
we've been busy. Because your pinky toenail fell off.
No, I don't think that's why, but it could be. I always wear sandals out to do my stuff so I can wash all my socks, and I was just self-conscious that my pinky toenail had fallen off. Not self-conscious that my pinky toenail is literally the size of a grain of rice normally, but now that it's gone, I can't go out. Just kidding. I don't know. We missed it, and so we had so much laundry to do, so we went together and did some laundry, which was pretty fun, and cleaned up the house, and then we ate a bunch of popcorn last 2 days. I love popcorn. We have a gas stove, and so we just put a little olive oil in the bottom and then pop our popcorn, and it's so fast and easy and delicious. It makes me I eat so much of it. But that was our week pretty much.
Yep.
Today's our in between day, and so hopefully that'll be pretty good. Report on that next week, which is my birthday.
Yep. Turning 27.
Which will be pretty good, I think.
So for 2 weeks, we're both the same age.
Yep.
Which is fun.
Yep. So on to the baby. The baby, who, as you can hear, is no longer hiccuping and probably sleeping. This is actually one of the best things that's kind of happened recently is she's gotten a lot better. If we just swaddle her and put her in her bassinet crib thing, she will fall asleep. Like, it takes a little time, but she'll fall asleep, and she doesn't like necessarily need you to be there holding a binky in her mouth or anything like that. She's like getting better at napping.
Yeah,
I think,
nice.
Which is way nice because it makes it so, like if I need to do schoolwork, I can set her down, put the binky in real quick, and then walk away. And even if she kind of is wiggling a little bit, like I know that she'll fall asleep, and she doesn't cry till she falls asleep or anything like that, which is nice. This week, 2 huge developments in the baby story.
Yes. and I kind of talked about it. Well, I did talk about it in my
That's
my
right.
Instagram post.
Not everyone here follows you on Instagram.
That's true, and not everyone even cares. Just kidding. But she rolled over, kind of.
Yeah.
So I had her on the couch. We have like this chase or chaise or however you pronounce that, chase. And it's like a little bit flexible, so I don't know if it really counts as her rolling over because I think it's harder to roll over on a flat, hard surface, like ground. But she just like kicked her leg and rolled over back on her back.
Yep.
Which was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was like one of those, it was so funny because it was like one of those moments where Brooklyn and I just like looked at each other like with super wide eyes, like it happened. Like she's the most incredible athlete that has ever graced the planet of Earth. And it's like, but she just rolled over. But that's how you feel. It's like our daughter is literally amazing.
It is.
Yeah. It's cool. It's like fun to feel those feelings of just like pride about
your little baby.
Anyway, but yeah, she did that. We did put her on the ground,
and she couldn't roll over.
She did not roll over. Yet. She is getting really good at pulling her head and chest almost clear off the ground when she's sitting down, though. Yeah, like she's really getting stronger, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, and she kind of laughed. Maybe
she did the littlest laugh. Like she does this thing where she just goes, "Heh." Sometimes, like, or just like,
like that was kind of a funny joke, but not really.
Right. But that's like, but she actually went,
But she also had hiccups at the time.
She
so
did.
It's hard
so
to
we
tell.
don't know if it was it. Yeah, it could have just been like
disclaimers.
Yeah, it could have been hiccups. But she did a little laugh, and even if it was hiccups, I don't care. It's cute.
It was cute. Yeah.
So. She did, that's all. Nothing else about the baby. No, she's growing fine. She's happy.
Yes, she is. On to our opinion segment.
Okay, here's the opinion segment.
So get ready to re-listen to everything you just heard.
No. Okay. Just kidding. Fine. We need to figure out a better way to do it. Okay. Here are the opinions. Okay. Age of Empires 2 it's 20 years old. The game is 20 years old. So it came out September 30th, 1999, and they've done a bunch of updates and stuff, but it still has like a really strong player base. It's super fun. So it's a real-time strategy game, basically where you choose a civilization from like a real civilization from history, and you start in the Stone Age with that civilization, and so you can only build a certain amount of things, and as you create more peasants or they call them villagers, sorry. Build villagers that go and like collect wood and maybe start farming or collect food or collect like mine stone or gold or whatever. Actually, those are the things: food, gold, stone, and wood. Then you can upgrade and you like move through like the ages. So you start in the Stone Age, then you go to the feudal age and the castle age and the imperial age. All while trying to play against other people. And so each civilization has like unique units. Some civilizations can't use horses at all because they didn't have horses, or some places don't have archers because they didn't have archers. There's just things like that. It's just like it's just a game you kind of fight each other. So Cody and Shad and I played it, and it's super fun. Jacob is really good at Age of Empires. He's played it a lot. And Kevin plays Age of Empires sometimes. It's a good, not easy, but a good, fun old game that I would say is like a 10 out of 10. I'd always recommend it to people because it's super fun. Pretty simple. Okay, Backgammon. How do you feel about Backgammon?
It's great.
What's your opinion on Backgammon?
It's like Mancala, kind of, where it's just... You just move pieces and try to get as many as you can into your little pocket bin thing. Trough. I don't know. So yeah, super exhilarating.
Yeah. We've actually talked about Backgammon.
Strategize.
So Backgammon, you are trying to get your piece. You're trying to get all of your pieces into your bin, but you have to move them. You have to roll dice. And so we were talking about it because in economics, economics this week, my econ class. We were learning about game theory, and game theory being like having to guess what the other person is going to do. Like if you're playing chess, like trying to think in the other person's shoes and like kind of predict what they're going to do. That's kind of like simplified game theory. But we're thinking about backgammon because backgammon there's still like a fair bit of chance to it. So stepping away from game theory, but basically it's not just chess where you memorize moves and do them, but it's like you roll dice, and depending on what your dice roll, then you have to like make decisions.
So you can't really predict beyond their
so
roll.
it's kind of there's a fair amount of chance to it, but there's still a lot of strategy, and it's really fun.
It's fun.
I just forgot to mention this, but backgammon is also traditionally it's like a scored or a betting game. Like you bet on it. Like you can offer to even like double your
end score if you think you're gonna win.
Yeah, or you know, if you are actually betting something, you can like double the pot kind of thing. But my companion and I, we played a lot, and we would bet our ties. So we had just like hundreds of ties on our mission, and so we just like bet ties across like over backgammon games. I don't know if that's fine. I'm sure that's fine. It's just ties. Usually we'd just give them back to each other. So, well, no, we wouldn't give them back to each other. They were ours. We bet them. Was that bad? I don't know. You decide.
He's like feeling remorse over his
No, but it was actually it was really fun. So backgammon is fun.
It is fun.
It's like a good
10 out of 10.
Like to learn it, but like the thing is it seems a lot more complex than it is.
Right.
So as soon as you learn it, it's like actually very fun. It is fun. And fun and easy to break out.
That's how I feel about every game. It's like, I hate this. I hate learning. I don't want to have to go through 1,000 steps. Why is this so convoluted? And then once you get it, it's like, oh, okay.
Oh, I like that.
Like any game is really simple, actually,
once you know the rules.
Yeah, wait 3 minutes. I'm like a toddler. I can't wait more than 2 seconds.
It's when we play board games at our friend's house.
I'm like,
it's like
I hate this.
They'll start. No. She loves going for board games, but we start.
I hate the idea.
We start. No, that's not true. She likes to play. She likes to go and hang out, but as soon as the instructions start coming out, she just like pulls out her phone and browses Instagram. Does not listen.
It's not even on purpose.
No, it's totally on purpose.
No, it's
does not listen to the rules, and then someone will say, "Oh, Brooklyn, did you hear that?" And I'll be like, "Oh, don't worry, we'll explain it to her as we play because she won't get it anyway."
Because part of it's like this is a waste of time. Like you're explaining rules to me with words, and I'm not gonna understand.
She's an
artist.
Have
to show me.
She needs pictures. Where is the picture book? No, but it's kind of funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
We're not gonna talk about that because we're just not sure yet. Okay. The last two things on our list. First is popcorn. 100% the best movie snack. 100%.
In case you haven't had
popcorn's delicious.
Before. It is.
Yeah. If you haven't had popcorn,
low calorie.
Go get yourself some popcorn. You want kettle corn? Get some kettle corn. You want extra butter? Get extra butter. Popcorn is a fantastic treat. You want to put hot sauce on plain popcorn? Do it. That's delicious.
Good. Yes.
You know, we put ranch seasoning, like the
dry ranch,
like the ranch powder seasoning. You can buy it at the store now in big bottles. Put a little bit of that on there. Fantastic. They also have these like dry popcorn seasonings that you can buy. You could just melt some butter and put it on your popcorn. You can just eat popcorn plain.
It's true. So many options.
Popcorn's delicious. Just had to talk about that.
Yes.
Okay, now how do you feel about Komodo dragons?
Oh, I mean...
Would you recommend them?
I'm like both awestruck and inspired by Komodo dragons, but then terrified at the same time. And it's like, these are terrible monsters that should be wiped off the face of the earth.
Will you have night terrors about them?
Maybe. For watching those videos. Don't watch those videos. Don't look up what I'm saying. It's freaky.
No, but what if they need to learn about Komodo dragons?
Then look up Steve Irwin, because he knows everything literally that could ever possibly be known about reptiles.
About Komodo dragons.
It's incredible. No, but he's like sitting there. I don't think you understand. These creatures can run like 18 miles an hour, which I don't know if you know how fast it is, but basically you can't outrun that. So fast.
That's
So,
pretty
but
fast.
he's like sitting there next to these monsters that if they touch you with their tongue, even actually, I don't know if
No,
that's true.
I think they have
If they have to bite you, but like it will kill you within a matter of like minutes. Just kidding, like an hour or so.
These creatures are so dangerous. If they even look at you,
It's like sensational.
you're toast.
Yeah, it's
Literally
freaky.
turn to toast.
But he'll just sit there and be like, "Oh man," like, and he knows these creatures really well, so he knows when they're gonna attack and when they're gonna feed, or when they're just like sitting there chilling, not gonna hurt him. But he's just sitting there like right next to them, and they'll like whip him with their tail, and he's not afraid, and he just sits there, which is crazy. Anyways, they're freaky, but would recommend. 10 out of 10. Not if you're a deer.
What if it was a pet? You want to keep a Komodo dragon as a pet?
Yeah. Haven't you seen The Happiest Millionaire? They have crocodiles.
It's not a Komodo dragon.
Yeah, but you could have a Komodo dragon.
I would say
they're so freaky.
I would probably say 0 out of 10 recommendation for having them as pets. But as far as cool animals go,
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
They're huge.
They'd go. There's like this show called 72 Most Dangerous Animals Asia, and I think that one is probably on it, huh? Don't they talk about it? It was freaky. Cool. Makes me glad that I don't live in Asia.
Okay. There are actually, that is true.
I would love to go to Asia.
Yeah, Brooklyn actually loves Asia, and then we watched the 72 Most Deadly Animals Asia. And there are some freaky things that live there.
Yeah.
But there's freaky things that live here.
That's true. Cockroaches.
Cockroaches. All right. Well,
okay,
this is devolving into madness. So, anything else? You want to talk about your books? I forgot about those.
Oh, yeah, my books. Okay, so I got these books. They're little children's books. One is by Chris Sasaki. Well, it's not written by him. I can't remember who wrote it.
Say his name.
Christopher Sasaki. Not Chris Sasaki. It's Chris Sasaki. Anyways, he is a former Pixar artist. Amazing illustrator. So he didn't write this book. He just illustrated it. But it's about Tyrus Wong, who was a painter. Not just a painter. He like did all of the art direction basically for the backgrounds on Bambi back in like the 30s, 40s. It's so good though. It's just so beautiful. Chris Sasaki is so talented and has this really charming, stylized way of expressing things. But anyways, just really good. And then I got I Wonder by Kennard Peck, which is a newer artist that I've been starting to follow. And it's just really cute and charming. So good books to have to read to Juniper someday. But yeah, I love them. I've like been obsessed with them.
She also got this. She also got this book. It's 629 things to draw. Basically, it's just a bunch of like prompts about something to draw. And how's that been?
Good. The first one is like a rolling pin, and I was like, I can't start on the first page. I have to like
break in the book.
Yeah, so I have to like start somewhere random in the book. Otherwise, it's this weird thing. I like psych myself out. Matt's like, it's a rolling pin. Like, it's the most simple thing to draw. It's literally a tube with handles. So finally yesterday I drew...
I just want to, really quickly, I do want to just say, I could not draw a rolling pin, but I do know what it looks like.
Yes.
So, I'm a critic of art, but not an artist.
So yeah, it's been good. I've been using it as a way to experiment with different styles. So not just like learning how to draw the thing, which I also, I guess, is good for that too. But I'm just trying to learn how to illustrate.
Yeah. No, it's been good, but actually, she was very excited to get that book.
Yes,
because she loves working, like improving her art and trying to draw new things, like cars.
I basically stink at anything that's not organic. If it's anything technical or mechanical, I just can't do it.
I draw better cars than Brooklyn draws.
Yes, he does. That's not even a joke.
That's not a joke. Actually, it is, because I'm really trash at cars. I'm not a good drawer.
Matt acts like he's so much better than me.
No.
Just kidding.
I do. I'm the worst. What was the last book that you got?
I got.
Shan gave you the
Oh yeah, I got a Roald doll, the crocodile,
big, very big.
the giant crocodile, big crocodile.
Sorry, Shan. We haven't read it yet. It's like a little bit longer, but it's really not well illustrated. We love the guy.
Yeah,
What's the guy's name?
Quentin Blake.
Yeah,
I think is his name. Yeah, I love I love his illustrations. They're so like just weird and funny.
Like Roald Dahl.
Yeah, like perfect match.
There's one other one.
Oh, I got the Art of
Miyazaki
Spirited Away.
Yeah.
Which I didn't even know they had an art of book of that. It's beautiful. I love it. Yeah, I love those.
Art of books are awesome.
Yeah.
Really inspiring.
And Miyazaki is the Studio Ghibli dude, and their movies are just beautiful. Think what you will about anime, but it's beautiful.
Well, it's like, yeah, they are...
Backgrounds are gorgeous.
Yeah, they're very pretty.
Very poetic and artistic.
Yep.
The end. Do you have anything else to say?
I don't know. It's like, well, where are we at with time? Man, we're not, this is short. This is a short one.
Only 45 minutes.
Compared to the last time. Cool. Thanks for listening.
Yep.
We'll catch you guys later.
Some other time. Catch you on the flippity flip.
Catch you on the flippity flip. Love ya.
Bye.